Okay, so I just stumbled upon this NonRAID project, and it's a fork of the unRAID system's kernel driver, but for Ubuntu 24.04 LTS.
Wait, a fork? That's wild. So it's like they're taking an established system and reworking it to fit a totally different platform?
Exactly. It's designed for DIY enthusiasts who want to try out unRAID-style storage arrays without fully committing to the commercial system.
That's interesting. So what makes it different from the standard unRAID setup?
Well, the NonRAID driver is a separate kernel module, which means you don't have to patch the kernel. It makes installation way easier.
No way. So they're basically giving a simplified path to similar functionalities? That's kind of genius.
Right? But here's where it gets a bit tricky. It's still experimental. They warn about potential data loss, which is pretty intense.
Whoa, that's a significant risk. So it's really for those who know what they're doing. I love that it's meant for enthusiasts.
Absolutely. And they emphasize always having backups. It feels like a thrilling tech adventure, but a risky one.
Totally. And did you catch the installation process? It's all about installing the DKMS driver and making sure everything's compatible.
Yes, you have to run a series of terminal commands, but it sounds doable for someone familiar with Linux, kind of like building a custom rig.
Exactly. And it allows you to manage your arrays without an automated UI, which could be empowering or terrifying depending on your skill level.
True. Think about it. The superblock file keeps everything organized, but if you lose it, you could recreate everything.
Right, but that's such a double-edged sword. Imagine forgetting to back that up. Talk about a nightmare.
It gives me chills just thinking about it. And you can even start the array with a missing disk. How insane is that?
I know, it's like playing disk array Tetris. You have to be so precise with inputs or you risk crashes.
Exactly. They even mention it can crash the kernel if commands aren't executed in the right order. That's nerve-wracking.
Totally. But on the flip side, it's so exciting for power users who want deeper control over their systems.
And it's fascinating that they're planning to add more kernel support and even a PPA for easier updates.
This is all so eye-opening. I didn't expect such a community-driven approach around something so technically complex.
Right? It really highlights the beauty of open-source software, people just building things together.
And let's not forget how this opens up possibilities for DIY NAS setups, but with a learning curve.
Exactly. It feels like a personal tech challenge more than just setting up a standard server.
For sure. And the documentation is mostly auto-generated from the driver code itself, which is such a cool idea.
Super helpful, right? It makes everything seem more approachable, despite the high risk involved.
So if tech-savvy folks jump in with the right mindset, they could get a lot out of it.
Totally. But they'd need to be ready for some manual intervention. This isn't plug and play.
It's almost like it brings back that spirit of learning by doing, getting your hands dirty.
Yes, and with all the potential bugs or features, it's definitely a trial and error situation.
And the driver even logs commands to DMS, which makes debugging a bit more accessible too.
That's a good point. Having logs to reference can definitely save some headaches.
Imagine trying to manage this whole setup without any error logs. That would be chaotic.
Exactly. Plus, with the ability to skip parity reconstruction if you're careful, it's a huge time saver.
I'm just blown away by how deep this goes. It really shows the potential of Linux-based DIY solutions.
It's inspiring, isn't it? And it really makes you appreciate the tech we often take for granted.
Totally. So what do you think the future holds for projects like NonRAID?
I think there'll be a push for more automation tools and maybe even streamlined setups. But it'll remain a DIY staple.
Absolutely. And maybe, just maybe, we'll see improvements that help bridge that usability gap.
Oh, for sure. But it'll always be crucial to have that balance between control and usability.
Exactly. That's what makes this whole field so fascinating. It's an ongoing learning adventure.
And this whole conversation just makes me want to dive in and explore it myself.
Same. It's definitely something to think about. How deep do we want to go into our tech?
Right? And it comes back to the excitement of innovation. Who knows what's next?